Welcome back to Authentic Conversations. I am your host, Darty.
And I'm your host, KP, and here we have real conversations
with real women in their 20s. We are on episode 4.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, it really is. So today we'll be continuing in our 20 series. Okay, this is the last one. Yep. Wow.
That's so crazy.
I know.
I don't know, because I feel like last season, I don't know if it's just because we were taking our time, but it just seemed like we whipping through.
We definitely are. So today we're going to be letting y'all know things we have learned in our 20s. Okay?
Okay, so first thing we wanted to touch on is maturity. So how do you think you have matured in your 20s?
I feel like I've always been very mature for my age.
Miss Ma'am.
Yeah, I've been very much mature because I think I've just grown up in the church and just around just older people.
Okay.
And, I feel like that's definitely helped me to, just learn their ways and just be mature in like the way that I carry myself. I carry myself as a lady.
So you saying you was never childish?
I'm not saying that. I was childish, of course. I feel like everybody had their childish ways. I find my childish ways was like petty ways, So I was petty back in the day. I'm not as petty anymore because I can really be petty. If you know me, you know me.
Y'all reading between the lines with that one.
Yeah,
I don't even know what she's trying to say.
I'm just saying, little social media, little Shayla shots. Yeah. And I'll do it again if I got to, but I don't got to though.
Okay, I'm glad that has matured.
Yeah, that was like back in high school, like freshman year. Yeah, I was real petty. Okay. But I feel like everybody be like, "Oh my gosh, like you're so mature for your age." Like people really be thinking, I'm older, but I'm like, no, I'm not that old. Don't try to. People trying to do me crazy sometimes. Like
I think that's disrespectful.
Yeah, like very much disrespect for what on so many levels.
Right.
But I definitely feel like I've just learned how to really, be my age and just adapt to the world today. And adapt to like my friends as well, include them.
Okay. I feel like in my personal experience, I kind of feel the same way. Because I just have an old soul.
Me too. Everybody always say that.
I wouldn't always say like that always means maturity, just because I can definitely be childish, but like it'll just be like small things where I just don't feel the need to do, if that makes sense. Yeah. And I think now that we in our 20s, I really it's just like, I don't want to say I'm just a serious person, but it's just like you just gotta do the stuff you actually need to do, not just like play around and play games and just be acting like you could just do whatever, because you can't just do whatever. I'm not saying I live your life, but just throw away them childish games, okay? Yeah. I'm tired of playing. First of all, I've been tired of playing games since high school, to be honest.
Get off your chest, girl.
But
get it off your chest.
People our age are still playing games. Like,
yeah, they don't like to communicate. So I feel like that's one thing about like me maturing is learning how to communicate, especially like the recent years, like just vocalizing like what it is that I want in
literally
life. Like it can be hard with somebody like not trying to do the same thing, but I mean, I be like, I gotta do it for me. You might want to, not want to communicate, not want to talk, but I'm going to talk. I'm going to say what I got to say when I got to say it. Yeah.
Well, I do think communication is really important. And I think people like don't, I guess, like really take in how important it is, because literally no one can read your mind. No one knows what you're thinking, what you're going through,
I ain't trying to read your mind.
The mental battles you're going through, or nothing like that. So you literally have to say it. Like, you literally have to let people know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I know if you anyone like how I was, like when I was young, I didn't really like talk like that. And I just had to like push myself. Like literally, I was just like, you know, I would say like adults start to talk to you more. And like as a kid, like they speak to you and they may be like, "Oh, you growing so big, da 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 da." The normal little spill you hear, but once you get older, they be actually wanting to like talk, like, you know, what are your goals in life, and like really want to like pick your brain a little bit. So I feel like with that, it's like you have to like push yourself to kind of like talk and like know how to small talk, even though I hate it. I still hate it to this day, but I feel like I had to get used to it. And like definitely just vocalizing like how I feel, period. I feel like I used to a certain extent, but like now I really just, I cannot not say anything.
She be like, I'm gonna say something. I already say something to you.
Because it just eats me up.
I know. It's like one thing, just a little smaller, not a smaller story time. One thing about her, she be like, Gary, I just feel like you're just a little too nice. Like, you don't know how to like vocalize everything. I be like, I feel like I just be choosing me. Like, I be telling her, I just be choosing peace. Like, I always gotta say something.
No.
Because God gonna fight my battles.
No, you can do that. My whole issue is that if you can say it to me, you should be able to say it to somebody else.
Of course.
That's just my thing.
I agree.
That's the only reason why I say something.
Yeah, like, Daddy, like, say something. Speak
because
up.
If you don't say something, I'm going to say something.
I know.
Especially if it's something that's got me in the mix, yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, if it's not my business, that's one thing. I'm not going to be fighting other people's battles. And I know, like, sometimes you shouldn't say stuff. That's why I be like, okay, Daddy, you got it. Because, I mean, I know some stuff you just shouldn't say. But I just think in my 20s, like, for a fact, I have not put up with any BS. Like, I just literally cannot. If something's bothering me, either I'm just going to have to, like, let it go altogether, or I'm going to have to, like, address it. And I definitely feel like that comes with maturity, because you can tell people that's not immature because, for one, people be getting bothered, they be upset or something like that, and here they go having a temper tantrum. Yeah, literally just say what's going on. Like, I don't know what's happening with you. You're not saying
you're just going off in the corner. Like, yes, you good? Like, what's going on?
Yes. So it's just like really important to like grow that maturity overall.
Okay, well, next thing we'll talk about is setting boundaries. And with setting boundaries, knowing the worth that you have. Okay. So how you feel about that one?
I feel like setting boundaries is like, first of all, I feel like that's a new term. I definitely don't think like people was not saying setting boundaries. Like, that's not even something your parent would say. Like, oh, you need to set boundaries. Like, yeah, I feel like that's like a new thing. But when you really think about it, it is like, it's kind of just like your ground rules. Yeah, you know,
like how you want people to treat you. Yeah, that's the key right there. How you want people to treat you in this world, because they would treat you in your way and don't care.
Okay. And the thing about it is, it's not for you to go out and be forcing people to treat you right. And it's look,
either they're gonna do it or they're not.
Okay, period. What's that saying? If he wanted to, he would.
And he would. Thank you. Thank you very much.
No, but that's like so true. Like, and that's just like with anybody, not even just relationship. Like, if somebody really want to like rock with you, be there for you, or like, this is one of my pet peeves. Oh, let me not try to. I'm trying to get upset. But like,
she better get married.
No, relax. It's just like one thing that really like grinds my gears. That's why I say communication is key. But if I say that I have an issue with something, like if I vocalize, I let you know, I gave you a forewarning, like, hey, let's say somebody do something like, well, I don't want to use that example because no, I was just gonna say like if somebody's always late.
If somebody always late.
Okay, whatever. But let's just say somebody's just like always late, like, and it's just like it really bothers you. Like, not I don't know, like, oh, like it's okay, like, or you get used to something like that. But like, no, like it grinds your gears. Like every time somebody, it's like an issue. And it's one thing, y'all. It's one thing from being late and like everything is still cool, and like being late and literally the whole day is gone, y'all plans is squashed, like
yeah, I don't like that.
Okay, especially like something like if we gotta be somewhere at a certain time, like you're gonna miss everything. Yeah, like something like that could be like really, really big. And I just think on that person that's always late, if they're not even like they just don't even care. They don't even try. They're not even being considerate. They never be like, oh yeah, like I understand. Or some people I know will just not even apologize. Like at that point, it's just like they just don't care.
Yeah.
With that, no, that's a boundary I don't want crossed, because I need you to care. At least try. Like it's one thing if like you trying and I see the effort that you putting in and all of that, then I'm just okay, like I'll work with you here, because I know I'm not perfect either. So whatever, I might do something that bothers you and I feel like I would try to fix it. But if you're not willing to do that, it's just like
gotta go.
What's some boundaries you got?
I feel like my big thing is, I already stated like communication, and then I feel like respect. Like respect is one of the top things. Because if you can't respect me and respect what I'm saying, then you just don't respect anybody. Like,
I don't think people really know what that means no more.
Yeah, like if I say like, hey, I don't want to do such and such, whatever it is. Like say I don't want to go out for the night, but you like, oh, like you should come out. You should come out. I already told you I don't want to come out.
Yeah.
So you don't respect me? It's never mind. How about that?
Huh?
I'm gonna stop right there.
No, I get what you mean. Though.
You get what I mean?
Like, yeah, it's one thing to be like, oh, I just want you to be here, and just being like forceful.
Yeah, like real forcefully. Like, okay, now you're not respecting me, because if I'm gonna leave y'all read in between those lines.
When you say that, I think about like disrespect, and that's
like being real disrespectful. Like, don't call me by my name. Like, or don't call me a name that I told you I don't want to be called. You know what I mean? Like, if I told you, hey, I don't like so and so name. Don't call me that. Yeah, that's now you just trying to be disrespectful. Yeah, like you're trying to be funny. You trying to be funny? Okay, I'll be funny too. Okay.
No, I definitely don't like that.
Respect me and my body.
Yeah, I think it's just certain stuff that you just don't do, and I understand like
talking to me sideways, yelling at me if I'm not yelling.
Okay, but this is the thing. Like some people deal with that stuff. Like some people,
I couldn't tolerate
that. It's all right. That's your relationship, and that's fine. That's why it's just important to just set boundaries for yourself, because there are going to be people that are going to put up with stuff that you don't put up with. So whoever cross their path and they do the same thing, but you don't tolerate that, that's on them if they want to tolerate that. But on your side, set them boundaries and stick to it. And that's one thing too. I do feel like sometimes we set boundaries and then be like, I'll let it slide.
I'll let it slide because, he nice, or like she nice, or like,
like cool, they so cool.
No, you need to like, if you have certain boundaries set, like I'm still, setting my current boundaries as well. So it's like, if you already got them in place, let people know either they gonna do it or they not. Like I said earlier.
Yeah, especially if they like cross it and you don't say anything, like you cannot be mad if somebody is actively just crossing the line every time. Yeah. And you just don't say anything because they don't know. Like I literally think you should think of any relationship with like anybody as like a clean slate. They don't know nothing. Just act like you got to teach them everything, because nobody know you like you know you. So you have to kind of, and this is why people don't have a whole bunch of friends and stuff now,
because you don't tolerate a lot.
Well, not even just tolerating, but nobody want to keep on explaining themselves over and over again. I think that's why a lot of older people just be like, I got my little circle.
That's finna be
or they be like, I got one friend. They really, a lot of people be saying they only got one friend. Yeah. Which I get it, because I don't have time. Or like sometimes it just feel like it's just so much energy to have to explain yourself over and over
back to back. Same thing. I'm telling you. And I'm trying to tell you in like different ways. Like I'm trying to tell you like, hey, I don't want you to do this, that, and third. Or, like when you did that, it made me feel this way. And you still not getting it.
And then you gotta start again with somebody else.
I'm gonna cut you off. That's why I don't like too many people around me. Anyway, I've always been like that. Keep my circle small because I don't got time.
You are, to me right now, like in my current state, you would really have to like really bring something to the table for me to like be able
That's
to.
true.
But I would need like a lot of, I'm gonna just say stimulation, I guess, to like really feel like I'm gonna just take the time on that, because I will even say people I see with a whole bunch of potential, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I think we would be good friends. Like we seem like we would click, and they not my people,
boring. You be like, it's not giving what it's supposed
or
to
they
give.
not who they was showing me they was.
They do.
The part of them that I really liked, that is not actually them. It's like they was almost putting on for me. So it's like you kind of have to like read people, y'all.
You do, because one thing about me, I'm gonna read them.
Yeah. So y'all stick to y'all boundaries, okay? Especially when you're trying to get you a man. I know I don't want to take it there, but no, it's true, because that's like the biggest thing that people be breaking their boundaries for. Like if it's their family, I kid you not, people will cut their family off like it's nothing, and then have them a man and be sticking around for 5-6 years knowing they getting done dirty. Knowing good and well, like if you know, that's what I'm saying. You know good and well cheating is a boundary. Now has it been crossed? You just oh, I just love him. No,
that's another. We'll talk about that another day. Okay, that right there be getting my nerves, and then you run back.
Yeah, and I feel like definitely like in this age, you should just be starting to like know, like just know when you know, and that's why I don't be trying to date younger, because they just don't have the same. They don't have the same maturity.
They don't,
and they don't know how to not even just set boundaries, but respect your boundaries.
Yeah, that's another thing.
People not considerate
at all. They always worrying about themselves.
But that's okay, because you know we going out.
Peace out.
Ain't gonna be over here. Okay, so just like how we need to set boundaries, I feel like in this age, it's like we're like really, really setting like huge goals in our life.
Yes, we are.
So what would you say like in your 20s have been like some really big goals, or like how is goals like a key thing in your life right now?
I feel like one of the let me see. One of the goals definitely set currently. A goal is to finish community college, so to actually get that out the way. And also, y'all, I'm about to be 1 year on my job.
Okay,
did I think I was gonna make it in 1 year? No.
It's you shaking your head like it's a bad thing.
It ain't a bad thing. It's just if y'all ever worked in daycare, y'all know it can be a lot that you going through up in there. Yeah. Like it's an easy job, but dealing with everything that comes with it is a lot. So I feel like those are like one of the two major things. And like being, active on social media and stuff like that, always a good thing. And I feel like setting goals is just important for me, is because like, okay, I can, check it off. Like I'm actually going somewhere. Like I'm not staying stagnant. You know what I mean? Like I have something that I'm actually reaching for, going for, and things like that. So that's why I like, setting goals. Or even if I gotta like, do the small goals, long-term goals, smart goals, all of that. I just like to set my goals. And I'm very like visual with it, like to see everything. I'm like, all right, I gotta check that off. That's good. Doing all that. And celebrating my accomplishments as well. It's good. Always.
No, I'm not even gonna say nothing about that. But yes, I definitely agree. What's the goal I got? Y'all, I just got so many goals. It's just not even funny. But I really just want to be successful, period. Like that's one thing that I just like pray about like all the time, because I just really, really want that for myself. Even though I already know like I'm doing pretty well, and
you are.
And I know that I'm blessed on all that stuff, but it's just like when you have, and I will say this, my perspective of like where I was going to be in life when I was maybe like in like middle school and like where I am now is definitely like a lot different.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Where you thought you was gonna be?
I mean, I know I was gonna be like somewhere. I feel like it's just taking me a little bit longer. In that case, like I still got the passion for stuff. I'm like, dang, I thought I would have been finished, so and so.
But I would say that too. Like it's literally, how can I explain it? Like I just feel like in this age, it just really takes into account that like it's not all about timing.
It's not.
It's really just about doing what you trying to do,
running your own race at your own pace.
Because I know for the longest, y'all, when I used to, and this was me in high school. What did I know about college? But I just thought like when people graduated late, like I was just like, oh, something must have happened to them, or they wasn't getting their academic. Like, you know, like it's like a what happened to them? Like why didn't they graduate on time? But like y'all, literally life happens, stuff happen, everything happened. But as long as you get it done, like it's not about timing. It's not about, you know, being in a rat race. Like, oh, I got to get here and I got to get there. No, you literally just get it whenever you get it. Now, one thing I will say, I say that looking into other people's life, but in my own life, I do be ready. Like, it's just like, how long is it going to be? Like, I never feel like I will never be in somebody's face asking them like, oh, why you not here yet? Why you not there yet?
No, because I don't want nobody asking me them questions. Don't worry about me.
But it's like saying that at the same time, it's like I'm sure you, like the person that you're asking is saying the same thing. Like they're wondering as well why they not where they trying to be. So it's like you asking them that, it's like redundant because they already know. Don't ask somebody a question they already have an issue with themselves. Because I feel the same way. Like though I'm still young, I really wish like I was already where I'm trying to be. But it takes time. Everything takes time. And as long as you like stay steadfast with your goal, you should be good, in my opinion. But I just think it's really, really important in this day and age, or like in our 20s, that we focus on goals and setting goals and where we're trying to go and just like figuring out life. I'm not trying to say you're going to have everything figured out, but I think it's just nice to have an idea, because I also know how it is to be lost. You don't want to be lost. That's why I said set goals, because when you just aimlessly just, I don't know, especially like if I know a lot of people who had noticed, like older people, they always want to know what you got going on, where you trying to go in life, this and the other. And I know it's like, I'll be so tired myself to be like, I don't want to explain myself. I used to come home every time during college, each Sunday. Somebody asked me, oh, like, what you trying to do after college? What you trying to, it's just I'm just
trying to live life.
Look, I don't know. Like, it's just like, you know what you want to do, or like you may have an idea, or you had an idea before, maybe it's not working out. Like stuff just be happening and people just keep on questioning you, can be a lot. But I do say like it's an internal thing. Whatever you want to do, or if you just got an idea, or sometimes you just got to have an epiphany. It's just like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. But I don't think you should just be aimlessly just doing whatever. Because I know some people like that. And I mean, it's not my business, but it does like concern me knowing that they just have no idea. Like, and I'm not even just talking about like, oh, like they don't know what they're doing in the next 5 years. I mean, people that just, they don't know nothing. They have no idea. And they're not even trying to pursue anything. So just try not to be that person. If you are that person, work through it, find some guidance. Look at your life, think about the stuff that you did like, stuff you didn't like in your past life, and just go from there. Because you just never know. Like I said, you might have a eureka moment and be like, oh, that is something. Or try different stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Especially if you like different things. Try them all. See what stands out.
This is the time.
You'll find out.
You can set multiple goals and just do them all.
Yeah, you'll find out sooner or later what you're passionate about.
Yeah. That's what I always say. I always want to give everything a try. I never just want to count something out. It's just like if somebody had a one job interview and they're like, oh, like this is not really the job I want, and then you get another opportunity, but you like all of this is just interviews. You don't know, it's a what if, and you just go ahead and cancel the first interview because you wasn't interested. It's just like no, because you might not get the next one either. So now you just missed 2 opportunities. So just take every opportunity and just try it out. Just try, because you never know, you might like it.
So now let's do the advice of the day. What do you have for the people, Kendra?
What's my advice for the people? My advice of the day is to just try not to stress. And if you are stressing, just learn like
you're too young.
Not you too young.
You too young.
Just like try to find some stuff that is like a stress reliever. I know I was watching some today and she was just like, I don't really know how I combat my stress. Like she was just like, I just keep on going. Which I mean, that really is what you end up doing at the end of the day. But I think you should kind of consciously think how you can get out of it. And I know sometimes stuff heal with time.
Yeah.
But let's not waste too much time because stress kills, y'all. So just be careful. Don't be stressing over everything because it's always going to work out. Like, it's always going to work out. Even when it's going bad, it may be working out in your favor. You just don't know. So, yeah, what you got, Darty?
I'm over here trying to think about something. Let me see. My advice for today is to keep on going.
No, when you said that, I just thought you were about to say, and live your best life. And I'm out.
Peace. But I feel like you should keep on going and, just learning about yourself in your 20s. Yes. Like, use this to actually learn and see, what you like, what you don't like, stuff like that. Do your goal, like everything that we said, just do that, take that accountability. And yeah, that's all I got.
Just go ahead and apply, y'all, what we said in this episode. Because if you haven't learned anything, maybe it's time for you to learn some lessons.
Learn something new today. How about that?
Yes.
Learn something. Yeah. Learn something
new today. That's your advice? Learn something
new. Okay. My advice for today is to learn something new today. Okay. You listening right now to my voice. Get up. Learn something. Get up. Learn something.
But yeah, I hope this was some information that helped y'all today. Yeah, you can catch us with a new conversation every Monday, and we make Spill the Tea
with the Darty
and KP. Deuces. I wonder what people be doing after they listen to the podcast.
I don't know.
Do they be taking it in, girl?